from Eat Good TV. Today we are making Jamaican sweet potato pudding. These are the ingredients we need. We need nutmeg, we need cinnamon, almond essence, vanilla, salt to taste, flour, 2 coconut, brown sugar, and the star of the show is the sweet potato. So this is 6 pounds of sweet potato, but you can cut the recipe in half and use 3 pounds. Break and remove your coconut from the husk. You can remove it with a knife, or with a knife, go around, or you can remove it with this fancy tool, the coconut remover. And this tool is selling Amazon. This is it, Amazon. You have it at Amazon. Or you can use your knife to remove it. You just place the coconut in the bowl. Wash and peel your potato. Make sure you wash the outside of the potato before peeling it. You're gonna peel your potato. Place your potato on a board, on a cutting board, to cut the potato. But I'm just gonna cut it like this in my hand. But you place it on a board to cut it. Now you want to grate your coconut. This is an old recipe before 1902. So they would save when they grate the coconut, they would save the little pieces to put back into the pudding. They would save these little pieces at the end to put back in the pudding. So I finished grate the coconut. I'm going to juice the coconut now with warm water. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cups of water. I add an additional cup of water. Strain the coconut. Wring dry. Get out all that juice from the coconut. You can use the tin coconut too. You can use Grate. Grate is the best brand. So if you're using tin coconut, you'd use 2 tins. This is more than 2 tins, but I'm gonna save some of the coconut for another recipe. I'm gonna save some for my cornmeal pudding. I add an additional cup of water, cup of warm water. You can blend your coconut in the blender. You can just put the coconut in the blender and add warm water to the coconut and blend it. You don't have to grate the coconut. You can blend the sweet potato in the blender. Add milk to it in the blender. You can dice it and put it in the blender and add your milk and blend it. Or you can just dice it and put it in the food processor. But because I'm doing the old method, I'm just gonna grate it. So we don't need this, I'm just gonna grate it. So grate your potato. Here is the texture of the grated potato. When you grate it, it has more fiber in it than when you blend it or put it in the food processor. So I'm going to add 1 nutmeg, grated nutmeg. So I'm going to grate this nutmeg. Combine the flour with the potato. 1. The recipe is going to be in the description box.
That's what?
2, 3, 4 cups of flour. 4. And just combine it together. It's not like baking a cake. Baking a cake, you have to sieve the flour to get it light and airy. But this is you just combining. When you grate your potato, you could add a piece of yellow yam in it, or a piece of dasheen, or a piece of cocoa in it. But I don't have any here today. You want to add ½ teaspoon of cinnamon to the mixture. Four cups of brown sugar. You can add less if you want to, but you can add 4 cups of brown sugar. But you can put a cup and a half. Back in the earlier days, they would use this for the raisin. Instead of raisin, they would just use the little pieces that they grate and left over from the coconut. So they would just cut it small and they would use it in the pudding. So I just pour this in. And add your salt, salt to taste. And the salt is optional, but they would add the salt to taste. Add your vanilla. And that would be about 3 tablespoons. Or more. But I'll put it in the description box. And this is almond essence. And you're just gonna mix your milk. I wanna leave some for the cornmeal pudding. If I, here's enough. So you just sweeten to taste. greasy. It's good. And you're just gonna pour the liquid into the potato. Adding the liquid gradually. You want it to be a soft consistency, but you're gonna add the liquid gradually. This is what you're looking for. Not too runny, just right. I forget to mention the butter in the ingredients. The butter is to grease the tin, or you can use coconut oil to grease it. You can use this coconut oil to grease, but I'm just going to use the butter to grease the tin. I just grease it in with the butter and add the potato mixture in the tin. And just add your potato to the tin and bake. Preheat your oven at 350 degrees and bake for 1.5 to 2 hours. Add some of the liquid on the top for the glaze. There is your baked pudding with the slush on top. Slush or glaze. In the old days they call it slush, but now we call it glaze. So here is your pudding with the glaze on top. You can leave it to cool for 6 hours. Then you can plate it. There you have it, family, your authentic Jamaican sweet potato pudding. Let me take a taste. Delicious. Just the way my grandmother made it. Delicious, delicious, delicious. Bye from Eat Good TV. Wish you all the best. Love you.